Greetings. So, are you giving away your retirement for a car payment? This is OTR Ogre and Corgi, and this can be a little economic spirituality because I believe that efficiency is next to spirituality. Let's get into this. Look, I get that a lot of people have this mentality that you have to have a good, reliable car and all that nonsense. You know, there's some truth to that. But are you getting paid to drive to work? That's what you should think about. You're just calculating the miles. Most people don't even think to do that. But you figure, you see a vehicle, and the average American spends about $500 a month for a people mover. That's what it is. It's a people mover. And it's a shiny people mover, and it gives them a status symbol. Okay, great. That's nice. But how much of your life are you giving away for that? Is that literally your retirement? I mean, I'm not even kidding when I say that. Look at what you could put that into S&P 500 or some crap like that. Decent mutual fund. You know, diversify your portfolio. But that's enough money to where you would easily be able to retire after, X amount of years. Now, here's another factor to think about. Choose your job wisely, because can you work from home? Let's say you're driving anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Let's just go with an hour because, traffic's probably going to be shitty. So every day, 5 days a week, you give away 2 hours of your day just to go to work. You're not only pissing away the lifetime of that vehicle, you're pissing away your life as well. So this is basically, 10 hours a week that you're not getting paid for. So whatever you're getting paid, minus the amount of money you just lost. Take the hours that you lost, like each hour is worth how much at work, and then take that number times how many hours it takes you to go back and forth to work, and then take that percentage off of what you make. That's what you're making. Then take off the cost of fuel as well. So that's a huge part to think about. So that's part of the reason I recommend OTR. You wake up where I'm sitting to where the dog is laying right there is how far I have to commute. And then as far as my vehicle wear and tear, almost none. In fact, I had one point where over the course of a year, just to see, I have 2 tanks on my van, my blue van, and it lasted 13 months before I, used up both those tanks. So the point of that is that if you choose your job wisely, you don't need to buy an exceptionally overpriced vehicle. And this is where we come to the next part of it. Okay, back to the rent aspect. If you're paying $18,500 a year, so $1,500, but let's be real, that's probably for the burbs. If you're out in the city, some big, expensive city, you're lucky if you can find a shoebox apartment for, $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month times 12 is $24,000 a year. Then add on that $500 times 12 equals $6,000. So 24 plus 6 equals, there's $30,000 of your potential life pissed away. Like, well, what are you going to do? You got to live somewhere and you got to drive something. Once again, this is why I recommend get a van. Get a van and outfit it to live in it. And then get yourself a good gym where you can, shower and exercise and whatnot. So before work, you go hit the gym. Get your shower on, make sure you're all clean, then go to work. Go to work, do what you're doing, then go hit the 24-hour gym again. Get your sauna, get your exercise, get another shower. People say, where am I going to sleep? Though there's a lot of places. You can find places on inside the road, all over the place. You just rotate your spots. In fact, I should do a video on van parking rotation because I paid off my first major piece of property by living in a van while moving garbage for a living. Yeah, I make damn good money because I saved money. Not because that job paid exceptionally high money. It's because I saved money. So what I'm getting at with this is that you got to really think about this wisely. Another factor is if you're going to commute because the job does pay that well, just get a couple Dave Ramsey specials. And I'll give credit where it's due. I think Aaron Clary's he's right about this. You go buy a couple decent vehicles for anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. You get 2 beater cars. And then if one of them breaks down, it goes to the shop. And then you drive the other one. You instantly just grab the other one. You just switch insurance to the other one. Or if you have broad form, you have insurance on you, not your vehicles. So essentially, you're ready to go. Your reliability is the fact that you already have one. But then you got to ask yourself, if you got one really expensive car, how much does that cost you when it's in the shop? Because you got to get to work still, don't you? Right? But this is where we come back to the van. If you live in the city and you're working a decently paying job, and like Salt Lake's a great example of this. There are so many warehouse industrial zones where if you were working some job like that, you could easily just van it, and like I said, gym membership, whatnot, you will save money like a god. And like I said, if you're living in the city, $2,000 a month. It's not uncommon for these overpriced cities, and then put the car on top of that. That's another $6,000. That's $30,000 a year. 30 grand. Times that by X amount. This isn't even all the techniques. But you take all that money and you think about that for a second, and that's a lot of skrillage. You save that up, you can go to some little part of America, buy your own little piece of land, preferably in a no income tax state, and you will be able to retire a lot younger. I mean, the same line of thinking: drive a truck, drive old vehicles, don't waste your money on flashy vehicles. And guess what? You could retire in your early 30s, early to mid 30s. Yeah, you got to have a plan, you got to make it work. But yeah, $500 a month, and even if that's only $250 a month, still, that's a lot of goddamn money. So yeah, this is OTR Ogre and Corgi, and this is economic efficiency, spirituality, and like, link, subscribe, comment if you so choose. Save that money, because that'll save your life. So take it easy.